All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Course in Miracles, Lessons in Miracles discussion. I'm Karen Palmer, and my co-host, Teri Angel, is not here tonight. We are going to be having our beautiful family to discuss with. We have the beautiful Christine Elizabeth with Sunny, and we have the beautiful Charlie Charming.
Hello, everyone.
And we have the beautiful Grace Isis.
Hello, everybody.
And our beautiful Melanie.
Hello.
And here we all are. Tonight, I will be carrying you along into our beautiful, beautiful awakened heart. So we're going to do a nice discussion about our lesson that we had last night, our lesson. And then we will get to have our assignment for tomorrow. So I encourage everyone to just take a few minutes to just close your eyes and just relax your breath. Relax your shoulders, uncross your legs. Feel yourself just really, really centered and grounded into wherever you're sitting. And just feel into that. Let yourself just drop down into your awakened heart. Feel that beauty and grace of an awakened heart. Today we take a moment to really listen to that heart of surrender. And we quietly ask God to reveal His plan to us. We ask Him very specifically, what would you have me do? Where would you have me go? And what would you have me say? And to whom? So this will be our lesson for tomorrow. We're going to learn about what exactly is God's plan for salvation. We're going to learn. We're also going to learn what the ego's plan for salvation is. And we're going to take tomorrow as a day of being a really great listener and really focusing our awareness, our attention, our interest, our investment, and our value in being a part of God's plan for salvation and learning what our part is that we play. So, as we come back right here, right now, we'll talk a little bit about our lesson that we had today that we were experiencing, which was my salvation comes from me. And I changed the word salvation to my freedom comes from me. And I love thinking about salvation and freedom as the same thing, because God's plan for freedom, the plan for everyone to be free, is such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gift for us to experience. So I'm going to open the lines for anybody who wants to share how their lesson went for them Anybody who'd like to share? It looks like Christine wants to share something.
Every Sunday, I want to be relaxed every Sunday. I want to be lazy, so I care about myself on a Sunday and cook away for the week on a Sunday for meal prepping and helping me to lose the weight.
Awesome. I love that. Sunday is your self-care day. It was for me too, Christine. I stayed in bed until almost 1 o'clock this afternoon because I could, and because there was no place that I needed to be and nothing I needed to do. And so I just kept enjoying my moment and remembering that my salvation and my freedom comes from me, and all the choices that I make continue to show me that I'm in a playground, not a prison. Anybody else want to share anything?
Yes, and to me, I did the lesson, right? So I was not quite feeling peaceful, so I did the breathing, some YouTube, some breathing they have. Oh, that was the key. It just didn't take not even 30 minutes when I was in such a peaceful state. I think it was the tone of voice of the lady and the words that she was saying, and that helped me. And then like some things I encountered today, and then I just know that, especially when I was encountered, like I went to church, and then I noticed that the lady was trying to impose her power over me. And I noticed that because when she called me, and then she stopped by my home immediately when I asked to, when another lady, was taking me to the house, because I live so close, I walk to the church. So it's so close, it's like 30 minutes 30 or less. So then the lady, and it was raining, so then I asked, and then I noticed that the lady is trying to say that she has power, So then I noticed that the first thing was like, I had to be quiet because she's angry and it has nothing to do with me. So then I did confront her, I told her that she's saying, no, look, she has to work, and it's not, and then she was trying, then she continued, look, she cannot even back up the car for your home. And then I talked to the lady, I told her, look, she's telling me that I cannot ask you for a ride. And then the old lady stayed quiet. And then I told her, okay, I see you. Then, and she had my phone number. And then I told her, can I ask you, what is the reason that you are telling me that I have to ask you instead of the other people? And then she said, because it's my church, and we go, and you go by my rules. So then I immediately I told her, I'm sorry, but I totally disagree with you. And then I walked by, because I remember that she has no power over me, her words, because that was in the past, where I would let that this type of people, will say that they were going to harm me, right? That they have power to physically harm me because their words. So then I came and I throw my trash very peacefully. And then I close my door very quiet. And then my mind, was trying to wandering. And then I said, no, that was my past. And I'm going to feel in, and then I say thanks to God because I was able to give her my peace. And then I said, and I don't need to contact this lady. Now I let God is in control of her. And then I called a friend and then he told me, no, she has no power. The church is by Jesus. Jesus is the one that has the power, not her. And then I felt very peaceful. So I need to,
remember,
continue
our
working.
only job is to give that over and bless her and give her over that whole relationship and that whole experience over to Holy Spirit to ask for a new interpretation, to see it differently, right? So I think that it's
What do you mean by
beautiful.
seeing differently?
That's all that's left for you to do now is just you just give it over to Holy Spirit and you say, Holy Spirit, show me a miracle here. Show me the blessing. Show me what you would have me see. How would you have me?
Oh, okay. So the blessing is that I was totally in control of myself. And
Yes.
her words were not.
Yes.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, and
And
I'm
now
gonna write it
that's
down
that,
in my
yeah.
phone.
And now the next part of that is just surrender, trust, and let go. Just surrender it to Holy Spirit. Trust that Holy Spirit's gonna make a holy relationship for you and heal whatever is going on. It doesn't matter what happens on her end. It matters what's being healed in your mind. And your
Oh,
mind is the one mind. So when you allow that blessing, a miracle can happen.
and how is allowing that blessing?
All you do is bless her and give her over to the Holy Spirit. It's really just saying, I don't know what anything is for. I don't know why this person is in my life. I do know that it's a blessing, and I do know that Holy Spirit will show me. So I'm asking for a redirection. I'm asking to be shown what the interpretation is with Spirit. Take a good look with Spirit, to see her as her true self, to see her beyond the appearances and the costume that she's wearing as the villain. We're all just playing our parts in the movie.
She has to learn her life lesson.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it.
We're all just playing our part in the movie, and we can't get attached or have our own judgments and interpretations. That's where we ask for help. When we ask Holy Spirit, help us to interpret. And this situation is causing me to see that I want to see things differently. I'd like to see this person differently. I'd like to see this relationship differently. I'd like to see, I can see that this relationship right here, right now, has lots of illusions happening in it. The illusion that she is in power, that the illusion that she is superior, that's an illusion. That's not real. That's not true. And so, asking Holy Spirit to take a look at it with you, and then just lovingly and gratefully giving her over and blessing her, saying, oh, thank you for bringing this to my awareness. Thank you for bringing this into my, out of my unconscious and into my consciousness. You know, in the past, I would have seen this as somebody
Yes.
trying to take away my power. Now I see that
Yes.
this person is
Cannot.
here to show me that
Yes.
nobody can take away my power.
No. And I have noticed that because just like the other day, I mean, as soon as I noticed that I was more in control of the wandering thoughts.
Well, and another thing you can do is just ask, say, Holy Spirit, can you show me how this person is a child of the light, just like me? Can you show me how she is the same, instead of all the ways that the ego thought system is showing me that we're different? Can you show me how I can see her in her true light?
Okay. Oh, got it. That's helpful. Okay, thank you.
And Charlie?
Yeah, it was very good today. The salvation part, and because God is with me and in me, and so the salvation comes from me because it comes from God, and He's with me and in me. So, He goes with me wherever I go. So, it's just like building on all the other lessons that we've learned so far, that that is coming to fruition, and it when you sit for that still period, the 10 or 15 minutes twice a day, and just go into that meditative state, and it's really powerful. And
Yeah, and you look at all the different places, that we look for salvation, all the different places that we think that salvation is, or freedom is going to be for us, and didn't work. Didn't work. So I like listening to what God's plan is. I love this lesson. This is another one of my favorites that we are.
Yeah.
Did Gracie want to say anything, honey?
No, only quick one. With me, I looked at it as God's essence is within me, which is just, and thank you for saying and substituting the word, what is it?
Freedom for salvation.
Yes, freedom for salvation. I did God's essence. Thank you so
That
much.
was Spirit gave me that idea.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. I guess we can go on to our next lesson for tomorrow.
All right. So here we are, number 71, lesson 71. Only God's plan for salvation will work. You may not realize that the ego has set up a plan for salvation in opposition to God's. It is this plan in which right now you believe. Since it is the opposite of God's, you also believe that to accept God's plan in place of the ego's is to be damned. This sounds preposterous, of course, yet after we have considered just what the ego's plan is, perhaps you will realize that, however preposterous it is, you do believe in it. The ego's plan for salvation centers around holding grievances. It maintains that if someone else spoke or acted differently, if some external circumstance or event were changed, you would be saved and free. Thus, the source of salvation and freedom is constantly perceived as outside yourself. Each grievance you hold is a declaration and an assertion in which you believe that says, if this were different, I would be saved. The change of mind necessary for salvation is thus demanded of everyone and everything except yourself. The role assigned to your mind in this plan, then, is simply to determine what other than itself must change if you are to be saved. According to this insane plan, any perceived source of salvation is acceptable, provided that it will not work. This ensures that the fruitless search will continue, for the illusion persists that although this hope has always failed, there is still grounds for hope in other places and in other things. Another person will yet serve better. Another situation will yet offer success. Such is the ego's plan for your salvation. Surely you can see how it is in strict accord with the ego's basic doctrine. Seek, but do not find. For what could more surely guarantee that you will not find salvation than to channelize all your efforts in searching for it where it is not? God's plan for salvation works simply because by following his direction, you seek for salvation where it is. But if you are to succeed as God promises you will, you must be willing to seek there and only there. Otherwise, your purpose is divided and you will attempt to follow two plans for salvation that are diametrically opposed in all ways. The result can only bring confusion, misery, and a deep sense of failure and despair. How can you escape all of this? Very simply. The idea for today is the answer. Only God's plan for salvation will work. There can be no real conflict about this because there is no possible alternative to God's plan that will save you. His is the only plan that is certain in its outcome. His is the only plan that must succeed. Let us practice recognizing this certainty today, and let us rejoice that there is an answer to what seems to be a conflict with no resolution possible. All things are possible to God. Salvation must be yours because of his plan, which cannot fail. Begin the 2 longer practice periods for today by thinking about today's idea and realizing that it contains 2 parts, each making equal contribution to the whole. God's plan for your salvation will work, and other plans will not. Do not allow yourself to become depressed or angry at the second part. It is inherent in the first, and in the first is your full release from all your own insane attempts and mad proposals to free yourself. They have led to depression and anger, but God's plan will succeed and will lead to release and joy. Remembering this, let us devote the remainder of the extended practice period to asking God to reveal his plan to us. Ask him very specifically, what would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say? And to whom? Give him full charge of the rest of the practice period and let him tell you what needs to be done by you in his plan for your salvation. He will answer in proportion to your willingness to hear his voice. Refuse not to hear. The very fact that you are doing the exercises proves that you have some willingness to listen. This is enough to establish your claim to God's answer. In the shorter practice periods, tell yourself often that God's plan for salvation and only his will work. Be alert to all temptation to hold grievances today. Holding and respond to them with this form of today's idea. Holding grievances is the opposite of God's plan for salvation, and only his plan will work. Try to remember today's idea some 6 or 7 times an hour. There could be no better way to spend a half a minute or less than to remember the source of your salvation and see where it is. So God's plan for salvation will work. Only God's plan. So that's our lesson for tomorrow. So we'll start our day first thing in the morning. That'll be our first thought that we want to focus on. What would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say? And to whom? And let yourself be guided. Have it be a playful experience. And just make little notations to yourself when you feel that you're being prompted, that there's somebody in front of you. There's somebody that's right there. And it doesn't, and Spirit will lead you with what to say or what to do, or to be silent and just radiate and just share your presence, or it will give you some nudge, little ideas. So I'm excited to hear about how that all goes for everybody tomorrow.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds like it'll be fun. Fun, fun, fun till the daddy takes the T-bird away.
So we're going to move on to the next part of our hour, and we will be doing our chanting coming up next. So anybody who is here that wants to stay, you're welcome to stay. I'm sorry I can't see if anybody is in the virtual rooms talking to us. I can't see any comments because I am not in a place where I can see comments. But thank you if you are here. We welcome you and we're grateful that you're here. And we will chant 3 times slow. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And then we'll do our 108 count all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Charlie will let us know when we get to that magic number. And then I will take us on a short meditation on freedom, and then we'll go into our second chant. So we declare that all obstacles be removed. We declare that all barriers, conflicts, and violence be removed. We declare that all illusions and illness be removed. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam 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 Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye
Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Om
Gam
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
So take some nice slow breaths. And just notice that you've removed the obstacles, the barriers, the illusions to love's presence. You're returning to your original, innocent, true self. And this next chant is our miracle chant. And this is where we will do our chant 3 times slow. Then we'll do our 108 count all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Charlie will let us know when we get to that magic number. And then I will take us on a short part of our next session. And then we'll go into our declaration and we'll close out with a song because we have beautiful Gracie here tonight. So we'll close out with a song. So we declare that all are accepting, aligning, allowing, and awake. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all are happy and healthy. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all live in peace and harmony and are open and ready to receive miracles. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. And now we're just going to take a few moments to give complete gratitude to our Creator. So we'll do that with the beautiful chanting of Om in honor of God, our Creator. And we'll do that taking a nice deep breath. And then just slowing down your breath, taking a nice breath in through your nose, count to 5. Out through your mouth, counting to 10. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Just thinking about how grateful you are. Thinking about how blessed and how your love and your blessings and your joy overflow. Feeling the mind in the heart in complete coherence. And radiating that beautiful feeling out like the sun, freeing everyone. Om Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. So we're going to go into our declaration here. Miss Christine, will you do that for us tonight?
Yeah, we do this every single one night. We the fact that peace on earth and be kind to everyone else and even on your pets, please. 1, 2, 3.
We declare that there is peace on earth, and we declare
And we
that
declare
peace
that
begins
peace
inside of us.
inside of us.
And to be kind to
To be
everyone
kind.
and
so
our
it is.
pets.
Speak of the devil, Sonny got out in the bedroom, so that's a plus.
Ali.
So it is.
So it is. All right. We've been doing this for 1,015 days now. Oh, yes, 15, 14. Excuse me. 1,014 days now. As a group known as the
Peace.
For peace.
Bees.
Yes, and even though we're missing our Mama P tonight and Auntie Jean P, Auntie Jean would be saying, wouldn't you want to be a P too?
P2.
Because Karen's a P and Gracie's a P and Christine's a P and Sunny's a P and whoever out there is a P. So anyone listening, if you want to be a P too, you're all invited.
And because the hills are alive with the sound of chanting and the sprinkling of peace and the smile on faces, because peace is coming around the corner when
we chant.
When we chant,
Peace is coming round the
And
corner.
when we chant,
Peace is coming round the corner. We see smiles on people's faces.
smiles on people,
Around the corner.
peace is coming around the corner.
when we
When we
chant,
and
be kind.
And be kind.
All righty, we did it.
Yeah.
And we'll close out the show with
Namaste.
Good Good
Good
night.
night, everyone out there.
Thank you.
Good morning, good afternoon,
night.
wherever
Love
you
you.
are. Have a great day.